Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Tanvi Taneja with the Midday News. The headlines. Second batch of envoys from the European Union and the Gulf countries arrive in Srinagar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says President Donald Trump's visit to India will further cement India-USA friendship. Vietnamese Vice President Venkaiah holds bilateral delegation-level talks with Vice President Venkaiah Naidu. Arvind Kejriwal elected as AAP's legislative party leader. And in women's cricket, Australia defeat India by 11 runs in the summit clash of T20 Tri-Series at Melbourne today. A fresh batch of 25 foreign envoys from the European Union and the Gulf countries arrived in Srinagar today. The purpose of the visit of envoys is to get first-hand information about the ground situation after the abrogation of Article 370 in August last year. This is the second tour of the foreign delegates to Jammu and Kashmir. The batch includes envoys from Germany, Canada, France, New Zealand, Mexico, Italy, Afghanistan, Austria, Uzbekistan, Poland, as well as envoys of the European Union. The delegation was scheduled to visit North Kashmir's Baramulla in helicopters immediately upon their arrival, but it has been delayed due to bad weather. In Baramulla, the delegation is scheduled to meet several trade bodies, skilled youth, sarpanchs and different civil society groups. The delegates will interact with industrialists and business representatives in Srinagar during the day. It will visit Jammu tomorrow and meet the Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu and higher officials of the administration. A team of 15 envoys, including US Ambassador to India, Kenneth Juster, paid a two-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir in January. The central government abrogated Article 370 and bifurcated the erstwhile state Jammu and Kashmir into Union territories Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh on the 5th of August in 2019. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said he is delighted that United States President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will visit India on 24th and 25th of this month. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said India will accord a memorable welcome to the esteemed guests. He added that this visit is a very special one and it will go a long way in further cementing India-USA friendship. Prime Minister Modi said India and the US share a common commitment to democracy and pluralism. He said both nations are cooperating extensively on a wide range of issues and a robust friendship between India and the US augurs well not only for the citizens but also for the entire world. US President Donald Trump told reporters in the Oval Office that he is looking forward to his visit to India where millions of people would welcome him.
I just spoke with Prime Minister Modi, and it's going to be he said we will have millions and millions of people. But when we have 5 to 7 million people just from the airport to the new stadium, and the largest stadium in the world. He's a friend of mine. He's a great gentleman, and I look forward to going to India, so we'll be going at the end of the month.
Responding to a question on a potential trade deal with India, Mr. Trump said that he will do it if they can make the right deal. This will be the President's first visit to India. He'll be accompanied by First Lady Melania Trump and will be travelling to Ahmedabad in Gujarat and New Delhi. The Ministry of External Affairs said that during the two-day visit, President Trump and the First Lady will attend official engagements in New Delhi and Gujarat and interact with a wide cross-section of Indian society. President Ramnath Kovind has said that the improved safeguards put in place by the Reserve Bank will help in checking the financial irregularities. He was speaking at the Golden Jubilee function of the National Institute of Bank Management, NIBM, in Pune today. He said these safeguards, besides giving the country's financial system more credibility, will also help in providing better stability in the banking sector. Commenting on the financial inclusion, the President said the five-fold increase in insurance on deposits will give confidence to the investors. He said banks are fulcrum of country's economic system and have played an important role in India's growth.
banks in India for charting out a mandate well beyond their traditional role as a financial intermediary. They have been an integral part of a state's efforts to reach out to every section of our population. Over the years, banks have played a sterling role in fueling India's economic growth.
Vice President Venkaiah Naidu is holding delegation-level talks with his Vietnamese counterpart, Ms. Dang Thai No Thin in New Delhi. She arrived in New Delhi last night on a 3-day state visit to India. The direct flight between India and Vietnam will be announced this evening. During the visit, Ms. Dang Thai No Thin will also call on President Ramnath Kovind at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Vietnamese Vice President is scheduled to visit Bodh Gaya tomorrow. Our correspondent reports that India-Vietnam relations are built on the firm foundation of close cultural, historical and civilizational links. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will inaugurate a 2-day conference on combating drug trafficking for BIMSTEC partner nations in New Delhi tomorrow. The conference is being organized by the Narcotics Control Bureau. Our correspondent reports that this platform will provide opportunity to all the member nations to deliberate on the increased threats posed by drug trafficking. BIMSTEC is a regional organization comprising 7 member states lying in the littoral and adjacent areas of the Bay of Bengal. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. In Delhi, the newly elected Aam Aadmi Party MLAs chose party convener Arvind Kejriwal as the leader of the Legislative Party today. Mr. Kejriwal met the MLAs at his official residence, during which he was elected as the leader of the Legislative Party. Briefing media in New Delhi this afternoon, party leader Manish Sisodia said that Mr. Kejriwal will be sworn in as the Chief Minister for the 3rd time at Ramlila Maidan on the 16th of this month. He said Delhi will be made into a model where education, health and development are at the core. Earlier this morning, Mr. Kejriwal met Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal at Rajnivas. The party emerged victorious during the recently concluded elections, winning 62 out of the total 70 seats in the Delhi Assembly. The Delhi High Court today dismissed a public interest litigation seeking voting rights for prisoners. The petitioners submitted that the facility was provided under the law and it cannot be taken away by law. The bench observed that the right to vote provided under the Statute Representation of the People's Act is subject to restrictions imposed by the law. In Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu launched the Financial Inclusion Outreach campaign with special focus on extending banking services to all unbanked areas. It also lays emphasis on opening of bank accounts for adults under various financial welfare schemes. Speaking on the occasion, the Lieutenant Governor said that the issue of promoting the inclusion of people's economic activity into the financial system has profound consequences. Moving now to our special section of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. The idea of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat was mooted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 31st of October in 2015 to mark the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Subsequently, each Indian state was paired with another so that they would learn more about each other's culture, art, food habits, literature, festivals and much more. Accordingly, the state of Maharashtra has been paired with Odisha. Here is a report from our Mumbai correspondent about some recent events that are being organized in the city to promote the idea of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat.
Under the auspices of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, educational institutes across Maharashtra have been organizing numerous activities to promote and educate their students about Odia culture and lifestyle. One such Odia language orientation event was organized by Vashi-based Karambir Bhaurao Patel College last month. Sharing details, Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat coordinator, Associate Professor Vitthal Pujari said,
"We have covered some basics or the primary knowledge about the Odia language, which includes numbers, relationships, general words used in day-to-day life, the greetings and some common phrases. Secondly, we have organized a presentation on 25th of February on the culture, food habits and clothing of the Odisha state.
From faculty and student exchange programs to cultural events to holding quiz competitions and road shows, both the states have imbibed the true spirit of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. With Pratna, this is Nisha Rani for AIR News, Mumbai.
The United Nations Security Council will conduct vote today on a resolution supporting a ceasefire in Libya. Britain recently called vote on the subject. It will be the first binding text adopted since fighting flared up in Libya in April last year. Since April 2019, the UN recognized Government of National Accord GNA in Tripoli has fought back against an offensive by fighters loyal to military strongman Khalifa Haftar, who is supported by several countries including Russia, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates and France. The World Health Organization has said that the official name for the disease caused by the new coronavirus is COVID-2019. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus announced the new name in Geneva. The word coronavirus refers only to a group of viruses it belongs to rather than the latest strain. The new name is thus taken from the words corona, virus and disease, with 2019 representing the year that it emerged. Researchers have been calling for an official name to avoid confusion and stigmatization of any group or country. It comes after the death toll from the virus passed 1,000. Tens of thousands of people have been affected from it. Dr. Ghebreyesus called on the world to fight the new virus as aggressively as possible. The British government has suspended its funding of the Commonwealth Secretariat, the body that runs the international organisation from London. The United Kingdom diplomats have told Lady Scotland, the Secretary-General of the Commonwealth, that Britain's annual £4.7 million voluntary contribution will be withheld until her Secretariat improves its financial procedures. The UK decision came after Lady Scotland was criticised by auditors for circumventing the usual competitive tendering rules when she awarded a lucrative consultancy contract to a company run by a friend. Both New Zealand and Australia have also suspended their discretionary funding to the Commonwealth Secretariat until its financial systems are tightened up and tested by external auditors. In women's cricket, Australia defeated India by 11 runs in the summit clash of T20 Tri-Series at Melbourne today. Chasing a victory target of 156 runs, India were all out for 144 in 20 overs. Smriti Mandhana could manage to give solitary, substantial contribution of 66 runs. Earlier, Australia won the toss and chose to bat. The hosts put up a total of 155 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. Beth Mooney was the highest scorer with 71 not out, while Ashley Gardner and skipper Meg Lanning contributed 26 runs each. Deepti Sharma and Rajeshwari Gaikwad scooped 2 wickets each, while Radha Yadav and Arundhati Reddy took 1 each for India. India's Rohan Bopanna, along with Canada's Denis Shapovalov, entered the doubles quarterfinals of the Rotterdam Open. They defeated Australia's John Pearce and Michael Venus in a thrilling match at the ATP 500 event. Bopanna and Shapovalov will next face the 4th-seeded pair of Jean-Juliet Roger and Aurea Tecco tomorrow. And at the stock markets, the Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange surged 354 points to trade at 41,570 a short while ago. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange jumped 93 points to 12,201. And now, before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Second batch of envoys from the European Union and Gulf countries arrive in Srinagar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says President Donald Trump's visit to India will further cement India-USA friendship. Vietnamese Vice President Dang Thai No Thin holds bilateral delegation-level talks with Vice President Venkaiah Naidu. Arvind Kejriwal elected as AAP's Legislative Party leader. And in women cricket, Australia defeat India by 11 runs in the summit clash of T20 Tri-Series at Melbourne today. And with that, we end the Midday News.